ओम आप्यायन्तु ममांगानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मा ते मयि सन्तु ओम Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In the fourth chapter of Chandogya Upanishad, we studied Satyakam's story, and then we are studying the Upakosala Kamalayana story. And there the story runs like that he was a student with Satyakam, and Satyakam declared all other students to have completed their studies, but he did not give this declaration regarding Upakosala. And his wife requested him. Even then, he, without doing that, went away on a travel. Now, the fires he was tending, that was his duty, like a priest temple duty. So, they thought he has done sufficient tapasya and he has served us well. So let us teach him. And so together they taught him. That was the main point. Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. Prana Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. And then they explained it very nicely that Prana is Brahma, everybody knows. But Kam and Kham have put in juxtaposition to tell that only the Hridaya Kasha is Brahman and it is Ananda Purna. So Ananda and heart, you have to, both of them have to be thought of as Brahman, means no other sky except the space or sky in the heart, no other Ananda like subject-object Ananda, but the Brahmananda which is felt only in the heart. So by this Paraspara Bheda Vyavartan, they mean that the Ananda has to be meditated upon, in the heart it has to be meditated upon, and so that was the main teaching. Then this they taught jointly. Then one by one they started teaching him. So we read there are three fires. Garhapatya Agni, Anvaharya Pachana Agni, and Ahavaniya Agni. Anvaharya Pachana is on the south, Ahavaniya is on the east. So the first main fire is Garhapatya Agni. From another genuine translation, Nikhilananji's, we came to know that the southern fire, this Anvaharya Pachana, is also called the southern fire, and this is for men, Pitaras. And the eastern fire is for gods. Main fire is Garhapatya Agni, which a Grihastha must compulsorily do for his own life. So, the Garhapatya Agni now teaches him. And the Garhapatya Agni, remember, the main Agni. And the Garhapatya Agni tells him, Prithvi, Agni, Annam, Aditya iti. Prithvi, Annam, Aditya. Prithvi, Agni, Annam, Aditya iti. These are my four bodies, out of which Agni, main Agni, and Surya, Aditya. They are the, Aditya is myself, he says. Four are my bodies, Aditya is myself. So Shankaracharya has explained that Aditya and main Agni, they are the subject. And Prithvi and Annam, they're obviously objects of being eaten. So both the subject and all the objects, they are to be treated as expressions of Brahman only. And if you know this and worship in this way, then the result was told, Sayayitam evam vidvan upaste apahate papakrutyam. He destroyed whatever sins he might have committed. Loki bhavati. He goes to Brahmaloka. Sarvamayureti. In this life he gets full 100 years. Jog jivati. Shining is his life. Na asya avara purusha khiyante. From his progeny or shishya lineage. Nobody dies immaturely. He talks on behalf of all again. We shall protect him here also and in the Paraloka also. All this is for the man who knows this properly, worships in this way. For him, these are the results. Up to this, we had read last time. Now the other two fires also will teach. We should understand the difference here itself. That they being associated fires, they are like objects. So all their four parts will be equated to objects. Second fire also associated fire, so it's an object. All the four parts which he will tell will be objects. So subject among all these three fires is the main Agni and Surya. They are the subject. Everything else described will be the objects. And in this way, the whole universe is taught to be Brahman's expression as subject and all objects. So the various parts are described. Result, all fires tell him the same result. So that is the result of each or together that we have to understand. So the result we have just now read. Now, in this way, we go to read the Anvaharya Pachana Agni. Anvaharya Pachana is the southern fire. It is also called Dakshina Agni. And it being a subsidiary Agni, now let us read. Dvadasha Khanda. 4th chapter, 12th section, we are reading. Atha enam anvaharya pachano anushashasa. So now, after that, the anvaharya pachana Agni taught him. Apo disho nakshatrani chandrama iti. Water, directions, stars and moon. They are my body. They are the four parts of my body. Ye esha chandramasi purusho drishyate. So aham asmi, sa eva aham asmi iti. So this purusha which you can see in the moon, that I am. Surely that I am. Now moon is always an object. Sun is the subject. So here I am also an object. And my parts are all objects. So all are objects here. That is the difference, though language appears similar. There, main Agni and sun, they represented the subject, while here subsidiary Agni being subsidiary, and also they will explain it is connected with the south direction. So south direction is famous for the mains, and all this is like object. They don't have the knowledge of kartahood. They don't have the knowledge that of doership. They don't have the knowledge of the subjectship. So, because it is connected with the south, all this is only objects. The Pitruloka has no I consciousness because it is only by karma one has reached there. Anyway, so all the four parts which he says, I have body four-parted body. Four are my bodies, but I am Chandrama. So he is Chandrama moon, means he is also object, because he is subsidiary Agni. And all his bodies are only objects, but they become parts of the Hiranyagarbha Brahman, the all-pervasive Brahman. So different parts are being described. Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma, Prana Brahma has already been told. But part by part, as it was told to Satyakam. So in a different way, in a light way, it is being described. Chandrama is an object, but Chandrama is a light. After that, we'll see lightning, object, but it's a light. So these will be described in this way, please. All will be objects, but shining objects. They will have some knowledge. Understood? So we are reading Dwadasha Khanda. Saya etam evam vidvan upaste. Now it will be exact repetition of what the Garapatta Agni told. Apahate papakrutyam loki bhavati sarvamayureti jog jivati na asya avarapurusha khiyante upavayam tam bunjamo asmishya loke amushmishya ya etam evam vidvan upaste. Identical. So Shankar explains, Athaha enam anvaharya pachano anushasasa dakshinagni. Shankar tells this anvaharya pachanagni is same as what is called dakshinagni, the southern fire. Anushasasa taught him, Apo disho nakshatrani chandrama iti eta mama chatasrastanava. So iti means these are my four bodies. Chaturda aham anvaharya pachanatmanam pravivajya avasthitam. So this anvaharya pachana agni has divided itself into four parts, and I stay like that. Tatra cha, in that respect, ya esha chandramasi purusho drishyate so ahamasmi sa eva ahamasmi iti purvavat. Within that, this Purusha seen in Chandrama, I am. Remember, I am. Now, in this respect, those who are using Gambhiranji's translation, in the previous translation, twice he has said, Soyamasmi, their translation is, this is being said in the reverse way in the sentence, Sa eva ahamasmi. But I don't find any reversal. So ahamasmi, sa eva ahamasmi. So it is not a reversal. As the Gita Press translator has said, it is a repetition. In order to repeat what has been said, this sentence is used second time, not reversal. So please correct that much, that the translation, that so ahamasmi, same, so eva ahamasmi. So in order to repeat the idea is important. So in order to repeat the idea, it has been told again. That should be the translation. So this Agni is also telling the same thing, that Chandrama, especially I am, and Chandrama himself is I am. So then everything else is same. Now here Shankaracharya explains, so ahamasmiti purvavat. So it is like the previous one, that it is a repetition. Atra sambandhat jyotishva samanyacha. So what is the connection here? Jyotishva samanyat, because it is light. That Agni is light. Anvaharya pachana chandramaso rekatvam. So identity for upasana between the south fire and moon is because both of them are lighted. Dakshina dik sambandhacha and the south, both are deities of the south. Because mains, it is for mains, so they are in the south. And Chandrama is the Lord over them, Chandrama, Loka. So both of them are connected with the southern direction. So that is another identity between that Anvaharya Pachanagni and moon. So he has shown the similarities for Upasana. Apam nakshatranam cha purvavad annatvenaiva sambandha, and the remaining two, water and stars, like the previous one, they are only food, they are only objects. Nakshatranam chandramaso bhogyatva prasiddhe, and stars and moon and everything is famous. They are food, they are objects. Apam annotpadakatvad annatvam dakshinagne, and water produces anna. So water is also bhogya, eatable object. Remember, Dakshinagni, and the Dakshinagni is water, so it is also food. Prithvivad Garapatyasya Samanamanyat. Apam annotpadakatvad annatvam Dakshinagni Prithvivad Garapatyasya. So the Garapatya Admi, when it was Prithvi, it was food. Similarly, this is food. That is the similarity has to be understood like that. That here everything is food in different ways. Water produces food, so water is also food. Everything, and the Dakshinagni, as from Garapatya, we have taken Prithvi as food. So in that way, the Dakshinagni and water also are food. Everything else Shankar says is the same, the result. Trayodasha Khanda, 13th section. Atha enam ahawaniyo anushashasa prana akasho deur vidyutiti. Esha vidyuti purusho drishyate soham asmi sa eva aham asmi. Then to him, that is Upakosala, the Ahavaniya, eastern side Agni, thought. He said, Prana, vitality, Akasha, space, Dev, the Sargaloka, Vidyut, lightning, these are all my bodies. Esha Vidyuti Purusho Drishyate, Soham Asmi, Sa Eva Aham Asmi iti. The Purusha, the being seen in the thundering light, that I am, that very thing I am. So, here also I have to take the same thing. Everything is nothing but food. Saya etam evam vidvan upaste apahate papakrutyam loki bhavati sarvamayureti jog jivati na asya avara purusha kshiyante upavayamte munjamo asmishya loke amushmishya ya etam evam vidvan upaste. Exactly similar, same. That one who knows this and worships, he removes all these sins. He goes to Brahmaloka. Here he gets 100 years of life. His lineage, nobody dies immaturely. And we, together, shall protect him here and protect him there after death also. For this is the result for the man who knows this and worship. Here Shankar says, अथ ह एनम आहवनियो अनुशसास प्राण आकाशोद्योर्विद्युदिति मम अपि एताश्चतस्रस्तन्वया. So what he taught, about me also, who have four bodies. I have four bodies. So esha vidyuti purusho drishyate, and specially identified with the purusha seen in the lightning. So aham asmi ityadi purvavat. It is previous like samanyat, because similarity is there. Diva akashayostu ashrayatvad vidyut ahvaniya yor bhogyattvena eva sambandha. No connection with Dew, Loka and Akasha. They are the supports of everything which is food. Similarly, this Ahavaniya also, Vidyut also, they are all foods. Bhogyatvena eva sambandha. Bhogya, enjoyed, to be enjoyed, enjoyable, that means objects. So here, those are supports of objects, so they are objects. The other two are objects themselves. So all these four parts are objects. So we get from all this only the main fire and sun, they are the subject, everything is the object. But they are all together parts of Brahman. So again, the all-pervasive nature of Brahman has been told. And about themselves also, they have given special knowledge. So now, Samanamanyat, the result is the same. So we now go to 14th section. Teha Uchu. Now again, together they are speaking. Teha Uchu Upakosala. They again addressed him, O Upakosala, Esha Somya Te Asmat Vidya Atma Vidya Cha. What we have taught you is knowledge about ourselves, about the Agnis, and also self-knowledge, because all-pervasive nature of Brahman is being told. So it is self-knowledge, same thing are you, that is the self-knowledge. But especially it is knowledge of what we do, what parts we have. So it is the Agni Vidya. In the introduction it was told that Agni Vidya will also be told. So we have taught you the Agni Vidya, knowledge about ourselves and knowledge about yourself also. But there is a difference between Satyakam and this story. Because Satyakam, when the Acharya came and said, you know everything, then he said, you please tell me, and he told him the same thing. Here there is a difference. They are telling Acharya Sute Gatim Vakta. Now let your teacher come. Gati means the method of obtaining this result, he will tell. We have told you knowledge in general about ourselves, about yourself, but the method which you have to follow to get the results which you are told, only Acharya will tell you. Iti, that is what they said together. Ajagamaha asya Acharya, and by that time his teacher came back. Some Acharya Abhivada, that teacher greeted him, Upakosala iti. So he also treated him kindly, and Sambodhan requires Pluta, dear Sambodhan. So, my dear Upakosala, like that, he also greeted him. Te Puna Sambhuya Uchu Acharya says they again got together and spoke to him. Upakosala, Esha Somya, oh dear Upakosala, te tava asmad vidya, Agni Vidya iti artha. Our knowledge means Agni Vidya, that we have told you. Atma Vidya Purvakta Prana Brahma Kham Brahma. But previously we have told him Prana Brahma Kham Brahma. That was your self-knowledge. Iti cha. So that we have given you. And knowledge about ourselves also we have given you. Acharyastu te gatim vaktam vidya phala praptaye. Acharya will tell you the means about how to get the results of this knowledge. Upasana. Iti uktva uparama. Iti ukta uparemu agnaya. Saying this, the Agni is kept quiet. Ajagamaha acharya kalena. Shankara kalena. It may not be that at that very moment the acharya came. Don't think like that. They spoke like that and kept quiet. In course of time, the acharya came back. Rationalized it, huh? His acharya came back in course of time. Tam cha shishyam acharya vivada. And to that disciple, acharya greeted him, Upakosala iti. Oh dear Upakosala. Bhagava itiha pratishushraava. He gave reply by telling, O revered sir, Brahmavida eva somyate mukham bhati. What Acharya said, your face shines like that of a Nara Brahman. Ko nutva anushasasa iti. Who did really teach you? Ko numam ma anushishyat bho itiha apa eva ninnute. Apa ninnute. Broken into apa itiha apa eva ninnute. Ime नूनमीदृशा अन्यदृशा इतिह अग्निनभ्युदे किम्नु सौम्य किल अते वोचन iti. He did not directly tell that Agni taught me, because in his absence they have taught him. So he says, other than you, who will teach me? But these Agnis, do you see? Now they are not looking as they were looking previously. That means they taught me. At that time they were looking differently. But you have come, so they have become shy. So now they are looking differently. Acharya understood everything that Agnis have taught him, and he is telling indirectly. So Acharya then tells him, what they taught you, please tell. Understood that Agnis taught you, but what did they teach you? You please tell me. Vachaniti, what did they tell you? Idamiti ha pratijadne lokan vavakila somyate avochan am tu te tadvakshami yatha pushkara palasha apo na shrikshante evam vidhi papam karma na shrikshante iti bravitu me bhagavan iti tasmai ha uvacha. Idam, this is what they taught. Like that, in short, some hint he gave. He did not fully describe what they taught. Pratijadne, that is what he told. Lokan vava kila somyate avochan. So they have told you about the fruit, my dear. Am tutte tad vakshami. I will tell you that which takes you to that loka. Yatha pushkara palasha apo na shlishante. He gives a simile for what they are told, that no sin will remain with you. So the lotus leaf does not get contaminated by water. Water does not stick to the lotus leaf. In this very way, the sins which you might have committed will not stick to you. That Vidya I will tell you. That method I will tell you by which this result will happen to you. Iti. Bravitu me Bhagavan iti. He said, revered sir, please tell me that method. Tasmaiha uvacha. Then he told him that method. Acharya says, Bhagava iti pratishrava. He replied, oh sir, Brahmavida eva somyate mukham bhati, prasannam bhati. Your face is very happy, peaceful. So it is like the Brahmajna. Konuttu anushashasa iti. Who did really teach you? Iti ukta pratyah. When Acharya said like that, he replied, Konuma anushashat. Ma means mom. To me, who will teach? Anushasanam kuryat. Who will take me as a student? Bho, Bhagavan. Bho means, oh sir. Toi proshite. When you had gone away, who will teach me? Itiha apa eva ninnute. Apa ninnute. So that's broken, a joined, apa ninnute is the word. Means, eva iti vyavitena sambandha. So remove that eva and join them together. That is what Shankar says. Apa ninnute comes out. Na cha yathavad agniviruktam braviti iti abhipraya. That means like this, in short he told. He did not tell in full what the Agnis had taught him. That is the meaning. Katham, in what way did he say? Ime agnayo maya paricharita, because I have served these fires. Uktavanto, they spoke. Nunam yata tvam drishtva, and really seeing you, vipamana iva, adrisha drishyante. Adrisha means not worth being seen. Shaking. Seeing you, they are shaking. They are not worth being seen. Purvamanya drisha. Previously they were different. Santa. Itiha agnin abhyude. So he referred to the Agnis in this way. Abhyuktavan ka kwa agnin darshayan. Ka kwa means this is indirect speech. Kakokti. Kakokti is indirect speech. So, kakva agnin darshayan. So, indirectly he showed Agni. But he did not speak directly about the Agnis. Kimnu Somya, Acharya understood everything. So he is saying, Kimnu Somya kilate tubbam avochan agnaya. What did the Agnis teach you, O dear? Iti prushte, when Acharya asked like them, Iti evam idam uktavanta, iti evam ha pratijanne. Iti evam, this much, they told. So that is what he said. Pratijnatavan, that is what is vowed. Pratika matram kinchit, he told something just indicating what they told. Na sarvam yathoktam agniviruktam avochat. He did not tell in detail all which Agni had told him. Yata aha acharyo. Therefore, Acharya told him, Lokan vava prithivyadin he somya kilate avochan na brahma sakallena. They have told you about different parts of Brahman. They might have told you about Brahma Loka, but they have not told you completely about Brahman. Sakallena. In totality, completely about Brahman, they have not told you. They told you Brahma Lok this or that, but not totally. Aham tu te tubbhyam. He did not mind, but he had not taught him. But Agni taught him. Acharya did not mind it. He accepted what the Agnis have told. And Agnis had themselves told, he will tell you the gati. So that Acharya has taken up. So Acharya is very kind to him. So Acharya says, Aham tu te tubbhyam tad brahma yadichasi tam shrotum vakshami. That Brahman which you really want to know, that I will tell you. They have not told you about Brahman in full. Shrunutasya maya uchyamanasya brahmano jnana mahatmyam. So, firstly, he is telling the result of the Brahman which I am going to tell you, that jnana, that knowledge is greatness, result Listen. Yatha pushkara palashe padmapatra apo no shrikshante. So lotus leaf, water does not stick. Evam yatha vakshami, what I will tell you, Brahma, that Brahma when I will tell you, na evam vidhi, when you will know that, papam karma na shrikshante. Sinful activities will not stick to anybody whom I will tell that. Iti eva muktavati acharya, when Guru told him like this, aha upakosalo, so upakosalo said, Bravitu me Bhagwan, or revered self, please definitely tell me that. For that only I am waiting. Tasmai Vacha acharya, to him the teacher taught. What he taught? Panchadasha Khanda, 15th section. ये एषो अक्षिणी पुरुषो दृश्यन्ते एष आत्मा इति ह उवाच एतदमृतम् अभयम् एतद् ब्रह्म इति तद् यद्यपि अस्मिन् सर्पिर् वा उदकं वा सिञ्चति वर्त्मनि एव गच्छति. This Purusha which is seen in your eyes. So he has directly taken up the knowledge. How to know? Kam Brahma, the space in the heart. So he says, this Purusha seen in your eye. What Purusha is seen in your eye? Your reality. In Akasha. Esha Atma, this is the reality. So he told him like that. What is the way? Know Atman to be in your heart. That you, which is in your heart, is the same as the Purusha, yourself, which is experienced in the heart. That you which are seen through the eyes into your heart, the same is the reality which you have to see in your own heart. This is the method he taught him. This is the meditation he taught him. And this is Amrita, immortal. This is the joy unending. Avayam, fearless it is. Etad Brahmaiti, this is called Brahman. He had told this is yourself. Now says it is Brahman. So self and Brahman are never distinguished. He is telling him, the Purusha, which through your eyes is seen in your heart, is the same as your own reality to be experienced in the heart. That is immortal. That is permanent bliss. That is fearless. And that itself is called Brahman. Forget, all pervading is all right. But that itself is that Brahman, which is all pervading. Now he gives a small example that ghee, clarified butter, sarpi, udakamba, or water, asmin, in that eye, was sinchati. Suppose we put a drop there of ghee or water. Vartmani eva gacchati. It goes away from the side. So it does not stick to that eye. And so how will anything stick to the reality which is seen through the eye? In this way, he says, nothing will stick to you. You will not remain attached to anybody if you know, aha. So all that Agnis told him was preliminary, you may say, parts you may say, but the Acharya, and they had said, he will teach you the method by which you will get the result. So Acharya in the beginning said about the result and said that I will tell you that which will lead to this result. He became more eager and said, please tell it, revered sir. And then he told him. So the whole teaching, starting from Prana Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma is concluded here by the Acharya. Through your eyes, I see in your heart yourself. That is Amrita. Immortal, unending joy, that is fearlessness, and that itself is Brahman. The all-pervading, beyond and all-pervading reality. And to show that nothing touches yourself, which is Brahman, he gives a small example. That if through a dropper, we put one drop of ghee or water in your eyes, it goes away through the sides. It does not go inside eyes. So it does not stick to eyes, it goes away. Then how can anything touch the reality which is seen through the eyes? Acharya says, Ya esho akshini purusho drishyate. This very reality seen in your being, seen in your eyes, Nivrutta Chakshubher. In whose eyes it is seen? Those who have closed their eyes, those who have finished with anything being done through any indriyas. For them, the Purusha is seen. Brahmacharyadi sadhana sampannai. And all previous things have to be accepted. He is already Brahmacharya Adi Sadhan. That means lived with the Guru, followed all the discipline, followed Gayatri Japa, followed the discipleship rules, like that some other rules, to such Purusha, and then he has come to Uparati, he withdraws, he completed, he does not further do any Vishaya Seva. So that is included here. Shantaihi. And he has become withdrawn fully, no further externalization. Viveki. Now from such a person, the discrimination is born. Drashter drashta chakshusha chakshu ityadi shrutyantarat. So what is this Purusha in the eye? The seer of the seeing. Understood? There are two types of seeing. Our eyes see, but they see now, they do not see. So it is a temporary vision. But what our eyes say is seen by the reality. What our eyes are seeing, that is known to the reality. So all this talk is about the reality. Chakshusha chakshu ityadi shrutantarat. In the Kenopanishad, he is called the eye of the eye. He is called the eye of the eye. Eye, through eye we know things. But that eye sees is known to him. So it is about that Purusha or this talk. So, Shankara has explained, the Guru took him beyond everything. Nanu Agniviruktam Vitatham Yata Acharya Sute Gatim Vakta iti. But is it not opposite? The Agnis had told that Acharya will tell you the way to obtain it. Gati matrasya vakta iti avochan bhavishyad vishaya aparijnanam cha agninam. And Acharya has told him so many things. So the Agnis did not know about it. They only said, he will tell you Gati. Such doubt comes. Naisha dosha, this is not a defect. Sukha akashasya eva akshani drishyate iti drashtur anuvadat. So happiness in the space. That is what is seen through the eyes. So it is a vocal repetition of that which was already told. Esha Atma Praninamiti Vacha. So this is the self of all beings. That is what it told. Evam Muktavan Etad Yad Eva Atmatattvam Avochama Etad Amrutam Amarana Dharma Avinashi Ata Eva Abhayam. So this reality of all beings, Brahma, which I have told you, this is immortal, this is will not be destroyed. Tasya bhaya upapatti istadabhavat. No reason remains for its being afraid of anything. Abhayam. So it is fearless. Ata eva etad Brahma brod anantamiti. So this is called Brahma because it is the biggest, infinite. So what Acharya told, Shankara split and explained. So there is no contradiction. He had told, meditate on this. So you will get the result. That is what he told. Meditate on the absolute reality. So he has told the same thing. They knew that he will tell the same thing. Kincha asya brahmano akshipurushasya mahatmyam. And moreover, what is the greatness of this Purusha in the eye? Tat tatra purushasya sthane. The place where that Purusha lives, akshini, in the eyes. Yadi api asmin sarpirva udakam va sinchati vartmani eva gacchati. So if somebody puts a drop of ghee or water in it, vartmani eva gacchati, by side itself it goes away. Pakshmam eva gacchati, this side, that side, through the eyelids it goes away. Na chakshusha sambadhate, they do not stick in the eyes. Padmapatrena iva udakam, just like the lotus leaf does not get stuck by water. Sanasya api etat mahatmyam, this is the greatness of the place where we see the reality. Kimpuna sthanino, then what about the person which lives there? Akshipurushasya, we are told that within the eyes Purusha lives. So what about him? When the eyes where he lives itself does not get anything stuck. Niranjanatvam, blemishlessness, spotlessness. Vaktavamiti abhipraya. So what to tell about the spotlessness, about the reality which is seen through the eyes? Okay? Beautiful. But now he will tell some names for worship. When we have to, understood, when we have to contemplate, we do require japam. We do require a particular name. Only then we can meditate. So now everything is telling. The path is telling. Path is to meditate with names. So now he comes to names. Etam sanyadvama iti achakshate. Etami sarvani vamani abhisanyanti. Sarvani enam vamani abhisanyanti. Evam veda. This is called Sanyadvama. Its one name is Sanyadvama. Because all things palatable or useful from all sides come to him who knows this and worships like this. Acharya says, Evam etam yathoktam purusham, this very Purusha about which we are talking, Sanyadvama iti achakshate, is called Sanyadvama. Kasmat, why it is called Sanyad Vama? Kasmat etam sarvani vamani vananiyani sambhajaniyani shobhanani abhisanyanti abhisangachanti iti. Ata Sanyad Vama. All the things. Vama means vananiya means sambhajaniya. Worshipful things. That means beautiful thing, Shobhana Padartha. Shobhanani, Abhisanyanti, come from all sides and he gets all of them. Therefore, it is Sanyadvama. So, name with a meaning. In this very way, that is about the reality. In this very way, the being, the sadhak who knows this, to him also all good things will come from all sides. Another name, another result, Evahu, Eva Vamani, Eshai Sarvani Vamani Nayati, Sarvani Vamani Nayati, Ya Eva Veda. This is also called Vamani. Because it carries all things. One who knows this, he carries everything. Eshahu Eva Vamani, Vamanihi. Yasmad Eshai Sarvani Vamani Punya Karma Phalani. So Vamani means the results of virtuous actions. That all he carries. He carries all the results of virtuous actions. So his name is Vamani. Punya Karma Phalani. Punyanurupam Pranibhyo Nayati Prapayati. So according to their virtues, he takes beings to what they deserve. Vidusha Phalam Sarvani Vamani Nayati Evam Veda. This is the result of one who knows and worships like that he carries all the fruits of that worship. One more name. Eshahu eva bhamani, eshai sarveshu lokeshu bhati, sarveshu lokeshu bhati, ya evam veda. This is also called Bhamani. Bhamani is another name. Bhamani eshai yasmat, because Sarveshu Lokeshu Aditya Chandra Agnadi Rupair Bhati Divyate. This is called Bhamani. That is shining. Because right from sun and moon and stars and Agni, everything is shining because of him. Dipyate Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. In Kathopanishad it is told, all the shining things shine because he, the Brahman, makes them shine. His shine they borrow and become shining. So, whatever has been told up till now, he, Brahman, makes it shine. So, the name of Brahman is Bhamani, with shine. Iti Shruti. Ato Bhamani, Nayati iti Bhamani. He carries all light with him, so it is called Bhamani. Ye evam veda asopi sarveshu lokeshu bhati. One who worships like this, knows like this, he also shines among all people. Now, the conclusion of this worship. Shall we read? Atha yaducha yad ucha eva asmin shavyam kurvanti yadi cha na archisham eva abhisambhavanti archisho aha anna apuryamana paksham apuryamana pakshat yan shad udan iti masan tan masebhya samvatsaram samvatsarad adityat chandramasam chandramaso vidyutam tat purusho amanava sa enan brahma gamayati. एव देवपथो ब्रह्मपथ एतेन प्रतिपद्यमाना इमं मानवम् आवर्तं नावर्तन्ते नावर्तन्ते. All right. Huh? We shall keep it for next Wednesday. Here that Gati is being told. How he goes. How he goes. That is being told. With one very important thing. That normally when a man dies, last rites are to be performed. Then whatever punya he does, has done, then Agni will give him. But in his case, least bother whether people do Anteshti or not. Without that, he is going to get his result. That is the importance. Atha yad u chaiva asmin shavyam kurvanti. Shavyam means Anteshti, the last rites of a dead body. Yadicha na, even if they do not do. Archishameva abhisambhavanti. He goes to light alone. From light, aha, he goes to day. Anna apuremana paksham. From day, he goes to that fortnight where the light goes on increasing. Shukla paksha. Apuremana pakshat yan shad udangeti. From Shukla paksha, he goes to Uttarayana 6 months, where the sun travels north. Iti masan. Tan masebhya samvatsaram. From those 6 months, he reaches the full year. These are all names of gods. Samvatsarad adityam. From that whole year, he goes to sun. Aditya chandramasam. From sun he goes to moon. Chandramaso vidyutam. From moon he goes to lightning. There, in that lightning sphere. Amanava Purusho. One divine man. One divine person. So, enan brahma gamayati. So, one divine person comes there and leads him to Brahmaloka. Eva Devapatho. This is called the Devayana Marga. Brahmapatha. Because it leads to Brahmaloka. Etena Pratipadyamana. Those who go by this road, imam manavam avartam, this mrityuloka is rotatory, na avartante, but they do not have to rotate like that. Those who go through Uttarayan to Brahmaloka, ordinary man has to rotate. Like that, they do not have to rotate as man. So I read the mantra. We shall read the Bhashya next one. Om Apyayantu mamangani vakpranashchakshusrotramatho balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakarot anirakaranamastu anirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharma te mahi santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.